Hi guys, today I'm bringing you two games in the Type 59. One involves me kill stealing a heck lot, and the other one involves my most epic game in this tank as of yet. Now, the Type 59 is a tier 8 prem that came out around Christmas, which cost a heck lot, and I wouldn't have had the funds to get it myself, but someone played Santa for me, so I have it in my account anyway, and I'm ever so grateful for that still. If I had to pick a favorite tank, it would be very tough to choose between this tank and the E5, because they both have their merits, completely different tanks, but I just completely adore both of them. Now, the Type 59 is pretty troll armor. It's kinda like the T54, I've been told, and I found that if you keep moving, you're more likely to bounce shots. This goes for all tanks, but especially tanks with troll armor are very good at bouncing as long as you keep moving, because your opponents are more likely to hit you at an angle then, and then the shots just bounce right on off. Now, it's not especially meant for ramming, but it's pretty fun to do it anyway, so as you can see, and you will see in this match, I'll be doing it a few times. This is also one of those tier 8 prems that works really well in a platoon with itself basically. So while I'm driving this, my platoon mate is driving the same tank, and it just works out really well. And Dimi is doing a heck lot of damage, and I'm stealing all the kills, as I should, because Philip has been teaching me how to tank. Now, when you're top tier in this tank, you can actually be pretty forwards because of that troll armor, and not everyone will have an easy time penning you, along with the fact that you're pretty fast, even if you're a slow medium. So you can do a heck lot of damage to them before they get to shoot you, if you're a bit careful of course where you're driving and all. But if you're low tier, you have to be very careful. This tank does not meet tier 10, but tier 9s are especially deadly to you. They will have a lot less trouble penning your gorgeous hide, and basically you will have a lot more trouble penning them instead. If you can get behind them, you're relatively safe, but if you can't, you're much likely to die, so you have to use and abuse your cover really well when you meet tier 9. And if it's just one tier 9, it's not that big a worry, but I've had a game where I was the only tier 8 and everyone else was tier 9, and trust me, that's not fun in this tank. Now, I'm on to kill 4, and I really stole that one from Dimi, but I'm the only one that has kills so far, and I kinda like the idea of maybe, just maybe, getting another res. Now, I quite like the penetration on this gun, especially with the Premo. It's not that hard to kill other tier 8s or even some tier 9s, and there's only a few tanks that are an actual challenge. But that's also why half my ammunition is Premo, because I do not want to have a really hard time hitting people. Aside from that, I have this tank equipped with rammer, vents, and vertical stabilizer. I equip my tanks with rammer and vents whenever I can, because it makes the whole tank just a little bit better, especially the vents. You will notice the difference. Just for example, with the Jagdtiger 8.8, if you use the foodstuffs and you have vents equipped, the tank is actually 10 kilometers faster than it would be without it, so it's definitely worth it, and it makes all the difference. And I do understand that it can be very expensive if you do not have a premium account, but if you do, it's definitely worth it, and it's definitely worth carrying on all your tanks. Now, with Dimi lining up the Tiger for me to kill, I'm actually getting very close to a res, so I actually asked the team for it, even if I have no clue if they have any IQ at all and will give me it. But if I don't ask, I'll definitely not receive it from them. Now, what I do here is not something you will want to do yourself, because I'm pretty out in the open and this is pretty Rambo behavior of me. And with me looking at the IS-6, he's also looking at me, but I get lucky and I bounce him, and I track him by shooting him. And with me comes Dimi, so even though I shoot him again, he bounces now, and he has actually shot me, so that hurts. And as you can see, he's wiggling, so he knows what he's doing, and I'm lucky that I have so much Premo, because then I can kill him anyway, despite his wiggling. And that just leaves one more enemy, so I do not really want to shoot him, because I want to save my shot and steal the kill, so I'm asking Dimi if he can shoot him. And of course, he can, and he does, and then I get to kill him, and I got another res, woo! But yeah, those are my general pointers when it comes to driving this tank, and I'm hoping that what I've said will help you the same way figuring it out did for me. Now, this was the second high tier res, and the second time it was in this tank, and the second time it was given to me, so I'm very grateful to Dimi for that one. Now, this next game is actually a gameplay video, so I'll be telling you what I've done and why I've done it and all that crap. This battle actually took place very early in the morning, and when the T-34 said he wanted to go left, I thought it was a very promising start of the game, and it basically crushed any hope that I had for it. Because I needed a Top Gun for a Tier 8 mission, and with this start I didn't think it would actually happen. But the other mediums are actually going with me, because as usual on this map you do want to go desert. For me it always works out best because you have the most cover and you can really use all the hills and the sand and stuff to avoid getting hit. Now I'm pretty forwards again because I'm top tier, even though there are quite a bit of tier 8s here, and I hesitate at this rock because if someone is coming up there you can see them quite well from where I was, but no one is there, and with so many mediums, if they had gone here they would be here, so I just continue on. And normally I would just drive on to their base, but my instincts told me not to do it, so I listened to them. And I went here instead, and that's where I encountered my first enemy. So I shoot him, and I'm a bit over angled here. And yeah, not really a good position. So he damages me, even with this small little gun. And I should get another shot into him before he actually runs off. Now again, this is where I had my really epic E5 game, and part of me was like, yeah, let's go there again, and then I was like, yeah, let's not. So I want to shoot the IS, but he's disappeared now, so I'm just gonna see if I can hit anyone else. But then the IS reappears again, and since the new mechanics are actually in effect because I'm using the right kind of ammo, I do get a shot into the IS. But now all targets that I could possibly want to hit are actually behind buildings or rocks, so I can't do anything. Now what I do here is pretty risky, because with them being at the base they could shot me really easily. But I find that I'm taking quite a few risks in this game, and that is mostly because of the way the team is behaving. I'm not assuming that I'll survive or win this, and basically I just want to do what damage I can before I die. But I do start to angle myself a little better, and I shoot the IS before I head down, and I get shot again, so I've lost about 2/3 of my health now. And I go to the other side because I know the IS-6 is in the desert, and I really do not want him to shoot me. So I continue to focus on the IS instead, and I activate my adrenaline because I want to kill people quickly. Now he looks to be AFK, and the IS-3 is a much bigger threat, so I decide to go for him instead. And most people aren't really aware of the new mechanics, because you can't see the tank through the walls, but you can actually hit them. As I drive past him, I'm actually going fast enough to bounce his shot, which is very lucky for me, because otherwise I will have way little health left. And this guy is still AFK, so I'm just reloading and putting some shots into him, getting more damage. Now the other guy actually wants to ram him, but I reload before he does, and I can actually kill him. And looking at the battle now, I'm actually feeling a little hopeful, because we outnumber the enemy 4-3, which could be a very positive sign, if not for the fact that my team consists of mostly potatoes. So I shoot through another wall, but he actually bounces that shot, so that's not very handy at all, because I need to do the damage. But we have a new enemy in the base now, and I get to shoot through a tent, and then I actually do damage, so that's pretty nice. And while he kills my teammate and makes it 3 against 3, I get another shot into him while it becomes 2 against 3, and he shoots me. But I'm lucky enough to bounce him as I'm face-hugging him, and then I kill him. Now at this point I'm very worried about the T-44, because he could just as easily kill me as I could kill him. So I peek around the corpse, and before he can fully aim, I shoot him, and I get very lucky there, because I could have just as easily hit the corpse and just be dead now. Now the IS-6 is the last one left, and it's me versus him, but he has a lot more health than me, and I don't quite like that. And he knows where I am, so I decide to just really make a run for it, because I do not want to get shot by him, because that will be the end of me. And this is actually the point where I had the most trouble getting used to driving mediums. I'm not used to running away from a brawl, but it's actually not running, this is a tactical retreat. And while the I-6 decides to stand in the base and be all nice like that and let me know exactly where he is, I get to choose another position where I can hopefully shoot him without getting shot in turn. But if this guy does what I would do and he's hiding against the rock, then I'm actually doomed. Well, not exactly doomed. I could try it on the other side, but I really hope that's not the case. So I drive over the little hill and enter my zoom mode again and just peek around the rock because I'm hoping that I can spot him before he can shoot me. And he knows that he's been spotted, but I get another shot in before he spots me. So that actually lets me reload, and I really just want to be unspotted again before I try peeking again and shooting again. And these moments were absolutely nerve-wracking. I knew that I was a one-shot for him. If he managed to shoot me, I'd be dead. But I get another shot in, and because I move back at exactly the right moment, he shoots the sand instead of me. But now he's pulling back behind the building, and I can't shoot him, and I'm like, no! Because I really do not want to lose this game, and time is ticking away, but I also know that if I am too bold, I will make a mistake, and that will cost me the game. And after all these kills, and after all the damage I've done, I really do not want that to happen. So I try to find a different position, but I can tell that peeking out that way would just expose myself way too much. So I try it again the way I did, and then I do spot him, but I make the mistake of shooting too early and I hit the building instead of him, and then he spots me. And he pulls back, so for a moment I want to follow him, but he doesn't actually fire as he comes out, and I get to shoot his roof, and then I bounce him, and I've never been so lucky in my life. And I know that as he reloads, it's now or never. I have to go down and I have to face him, also because time is almost up. And I know that he will be expecting me on that side of the building, so hopefully he will not expect me to come from this side. So while I'll go there, he's actually spotted, and I can actually shoot him because he just pulled back too far, expecting me from the other side, and that ends the game. Now I had kinda hoped for this, but I was so happy to finally see that little golden M. I didn't really care about the mission anymore. I hadn't aced this tank before, despite it being my favorite tank. Well, next to the E5, as I said. So I'm very happy with this ace, and I'm very happy with this game. And again, I'm glad that I recorded it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you in the next video again.